All right, let's see. Did you get -2 for the coefficient and y to the 5? And for this next one, this one again is kind of like D. There is no number there, but there is an invisible 1. And so my coefficient is -1, and my variable part is p to the 4, q to the 5. For G, don't let that fraction scare you. That is still the coefficient. So it's 3/4, the number part, and AB is my variable. And again, just because it's a decimal, that doesn't mean it changes. That's still the number part, so that's 0.6. And my variable part would be r to the 4 s squared. Okay, so that's a good practice for, again, we practiced coefficient, number part, and variable, letter part. All right, let's practice classifying now as monomial, binomial, and trinomial. All right, circle the constant in each one if there is one. So we need to remember what a constant is. So let's just write it on the side. A constant is a number by itself. Why don't we do that part first? So I look at 2x plus 1. 1 is by itself. That's the constant. And notice I circled the sign in front. That tells me the constant is a positive 1. Okay, let's look at B. Do we have a constant? Yes. Let's circle. So my constant is positive 4. Okay, let's look at C. Do we have a constant? No, there's no number by itself, so we can't circle anything. Okay, in D, do we have a number by itself? Yes, 6. And now there's no sign in front. When there is no sign in front, we automatically assume that's going to be a positive 6. Okay, for E, again, here we have our constant, and that's going to be a positive 2. For F, let's go across. Okay, yep, here's our constant, positive 4. In G, no constant. H, no constant. All right, so we did the constant part. Now let's do whether it's a monomial, a binomial, or a trinomial. So I'm looking at A, and we have that plus sign. It's separating 2x and 1. That's 2 terms, so this is a binomial. In my next one, I have 3p squared, -p, and a positive 4. That's 3 terms, so that is a trinomial. Okay, in C, I have no plus or minus signs, so that means this is a monomial. Okay, you should pause the video here and see if you can finish the rest of these without me, and when you come back, let's check if we have the same. All right, we have 1, 2 terms, so that is a binomial. For E, 1, 2, 3 terms, that's a trinomial. For F, 1, 2, 3, so again, a trinomial. For G, 1, 2 terms, so that's a binomial. And then for H, 1 term, and that would be a monomial. All right, let's go to the next page. And on this page, it says to match up the like terms by underlining or drawing shapes around them. So we need to remember that like terms have same letter and they have to have same exponent. Okay, those are like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and circle 5y, and I'm looking for another term that has a y. So as I go across, oh, here we are, 4y. So this has a y, I'll circle that. Let's go across. This term has a y, but it also has an x cubed. That's not the same. Let's keep going. Okay, and no other ones. All right, I'm going to change colors to red, and I'm going to underline negative 2x cubed. So if you don't have another color, you can just underline like I am. So I'm looking for x with an exponent 3. So let's go. Here's an x, but no exponent 3. Here's an x with an exponent 3, but it also has a y, so that won't work. Okay, we have an x with a 2, won't work. X with a 3 and a y again won't work. Okay, so there's no other x3, so I'm going to leave that. All right, let's go to the next term. We have an 8. I'm going to use red again, but I'm just going to underline it twice. So 8 is a number by itself, so I'm looking for another number by itself. Okay, so let's go through. I don't seem to see any numbers by themselves. Okay, so I guess that's the only one. Let's now look at 5x. I'm going to underline it with a squiggle line. Okay, so 5x. So I'm looking for another term that just has an x. Okay, keep going. Okay, here's a term with an x. Good. Here's an x, but it's x squared. I'm going to keep going, keep going. Oh, here it is, 11x. We'll underline that. Okay, let's go. I'm going to do a box around this term. So negative 2x cubed y, and we're looking for another term with x cubed y. Okay, so that won't work. Oh, here's an x cubed y, so we'll put a box around that. That would be a like term. Here's an x cubed y, but it has a squared on it, so that won't work. And that has x cubed y squared. That won't work either. All right, I'm going to go back to my blue, and I'm going to put a triangle around this. So 3x squared, we look, here's another x squared, so that would go together. And that's it. And I can see my last two terms here. I'm going to do a triple underline. 9x cubed y squared is the same as negative 2x cubed y squared. Now that we practiced how to identify like terms, we're going to use them to add or subtract terms together. And you can only add or subtract terms if you have like terms. So the instructions in example 3 say combine like terms in the following expressions. And sometimes you might see instructions that say simplify, and that means the same thing. Or you might see instructions that say collect like terms. And all of these instructions, when it says combine like terms, simplify, or collect like terms, what all of these mean is that we're going to add or subtract like terms. All right, let's check out the first example. 3x plus 4x. So first I look, I have like terms on my x's, and then all we do is add or subtract the coefficients, which remember the coefficient is the number in front. So 3 plus 4 is 7x, and you're done. That's your final answer. Okay, let's take a look at B. So I have negative 12x plus 6x minus 4x. These are all like terms. And now we just look at the coefficients. So it's negative 12 plus 6 minus 4. So in your calculator, do negative 12 plus 6 minus 4, and that gives us a negative 10x. Okay, when I come to C, I recognize that I have negative 4a plus 2a minus 4b plus 2b. And I have like terms with my A's and then like terms with my B's. So for these questions, I want you to think of it as you're going to get two different answers. You're going to get an answer for adding your A's, and then you're going to get an answer for adding your B's. Now, I'm not going to do this, 4b plus 2b. I'm going to do that subtract. You're going to think of it as a negative 4 plus 2b. Okay, so let's get our answer for the first, what I circled in green. For our A's, negative 4 plus 2 is going to be a negative 2a. And now I'm going to get my answer for my B's. Negative 4 plus 2 is a negative 2b. And so the answer to the B gives you the sign in between. And that's your final answer. Negative 2a minus 2b. Now I'm going to do my answers in the colors just to help you recognize what goes together for like terms. All right, so for my next question, I have 3a squared minus 7a minus 10a squared plus 5a. So I'm going to start by circling my like terms. So if you have colors at home, you should be using different colors for this, or you can just do circles and underlines. So 3a squared goes together with 10a squared. But remember, when I circle 10a squared, I have to circle that sign in front. That goes with it. And then I have negative 7a is a like term with positive 5a. So all those adding and subtracting symbols now become the sign for the coefficient, positive or negative. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to write down the 3a squared minus 10a squared together. So 3a squared minus 10a squared get written down together, and negative 7a plus 5a get written down together. Now I'm not going to circle these because they are already color-coded for us. So I can see I have to do 3 minus 10. 3 minus 10 is a negative 7a squared. So remember, the a squared doesn't change. It's just the coefficient in front. And negative 7a plus 5a. So remember, I am going to circle this one just so you remember. Do not think of it as 7 plus 5. You need to think of this as negative 7 plus 5. So negative 7 plus 5 gives me a negative 2a. And then there's my final answer, negative 7a squared minus 2a. All right, let's try E. So I'm going to go ahead and circle my like terms. I have 5x squared, 4x squared. I have 3y and negative 11y. And then I have negative 7x and negative 6x. All right, so let's write them down together. So 5x squared goes with 4x squared plus 3y minus 11y. So those are my green. And then negative 7x minus 6x. Okay, so I'm going to add my x squares together. Then I'm going to add or subtract my 3y's. Notice I'm circling that sign in front for the 3. And then I'm going to add or subtract my x's. And again, I circle that sign in front. So I'm going to get 3 answers. So my answer to 5x squared plus 4x squared is 9x squared. My answer to 3 minus 11 is a negative 8y. And my answer to negative 7 minus 6 is a negative 13x. And there's your final answer. Okay, one more. Let's start again with our circles. We're starting with 5x squared again. As I go across, here's a 7x squared. Okay, and I have no more x squares. So now let's go my x's. I have a negative 6x, a positive 3x, and a positive 8x. And then lastly, I have my constants. So negative 2 and positive 7. So I would suggest pause the video, finish the solution, come back, see if you have the same as me. All right, I'm going to write my reds next to each other. So 5x squared plus 7x squared. Now I'm going to write my greens. So negative 6x plus 3x plus 8x. And then my blues, negative 2 plus 7. So now for my answers, I'm going to have to get the answer for my x squares. Then I'm going to have to get my answer for my x's. And then I have to get my answer for my blues. Okay, so 3 answers again. Let's start with my reds. 5 plus 7 is 12x squared. Negative 6, remember that subtract becomes the sign for 6. So negative 6 plus 3 plus 8. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3, plus 8 is a positive 5x. And then again, don't think of this as 2 plus 7. It's negative 2 plus 7, which gives me a positive 5. And there we have it. Okay, let's look on the next side what you're going to be responsible for. So you're going to practice like or unlike. Again, you're going to practice like or unlike. You're going to tell me if you can simplify, whether it's like terms, and then finally you're going to actually do the like terms yourself on here. Okay, so if you need any help with this, let me know, but you're responsible now for completing this worksheet here, and I hope you have a great day.